Good morning, my loves. How are you doing? It is the 21st of January 19. Which century am I in? 2020. I was going to say 2019 and then do you know, I still haven't quite got used to writing 2020. Are you like that? Even though we're nearly a month in. My goodness, maybe I'm resisting. Maybe I want to go back. I don't think so. Good morning anyway. The day would not be complete without me doing some kind of muddled faux pas, would it? So anyway, say hello, drop a comment in the comments box if you're with me live. Even if you're not with me live. Marianne, good morning, you're our first visitor. How are you doing? I'd like to hear from you, to see if you're okay, to see if you've got sunshine where you are. I'm looking up at blue skies, bright blue skies, lots of sunshine, and we're going to have a really sunny week this week in the UK, and goodness knows we need it because we've had lots of grey skies, lots of rain, and lots of really sort of grotty weather. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to because the sunshine really lifts you up, doesn't it? It makes you want to go out in the garden and makes you want to go out. Went out for a little walk this morning, got fresh air in my lungs. I was thinking, why don't I do this normally? And that's because the weather's so rotten. Anyway, it won't be rotten where you are, Christiane, will it? Because you're in the middle of summer. Good evening to you. Good morning, Louise Atkins. Good morning, Sarah Bolchin. Good morning, Elaine Sagar. Beatrice Valant, how are you doing? How are you all doing, my loves? So we're going to get some angel messages today from the Angel Tarot deck. Where is the lid of the Angel Tarot deck? These are by Radley Valentine, newly republished on Hay House's website and on Amazon. So you can get these again, which is fabulous. I'm so glad they're not going out of print. So these are my go-to deck. Everybody out always says to me, what's your favourite deck of cards? What's the cards that you'd recommend that I get if I'm starting out with angel cards? And I always say the Angel Tarot by Radley Valentine there. But of course now I will be also recommending my angel card deck, which I will be talking about this morning. These are mine. And they're available to pre-order, so they'll be coming out in March, hopefully early March. But I'm so excited, and I'll tell you about those as we go along. And Christiane, you've got rotten weather and rain and cold. Oh, what the heck is going on in the world with this global warming business? It's no good, is it? So I've got to say, good morning, Robin Steele. How are you? I hope you've got good weather there. Magdalene Lewis, good morning, my love. Shelley Barnes, love to you too. So yeah, on Friday I dipped my toe in the water. I launched, did a little pre-launch of my cards and just said, everybody, here they are. And Nancy, I know, and you were one of the people who jumped in, quite a few of you jumped in and placed your pre-order, which is wonderful. And Nancy actually came up with a brilliant idea. Because Nancy's like that, she comes up with brilliant ideas, and she said, why don't you say the first 100 people to pre-order your deck get something extra, which I was planning on doing something extra anyway, but hadn't kind of thought about what that was. So I have decided, with Nancy's help, that the first 100 people who pre-order my deck, so it's just £1, £1 English pound to pre-order my deck, and I'll show you it later. You will get a little postcard size print of my favourite card in the deck. So that's what you will get. So if you've already ordered it, then you're in. I've got something like 15 spots left to be the first 100, so you need to get in there quick. And let me just I'll pop the link in here if anybody's wanting to go and have a little nosy at that. But I'll talk about it later. Let's get on with the angel messages for now. So happy birthday to all of the Aquarians that are watching. No matter whether you've got sun, moon or rising sign in Aquarius, it's your season. We just went into Aquarius season yesterday. Hallelujah. I can feel the energy lifting because the Capricorn energy was quite heavy. It's all about discipline, and there's no spontaneity with Capricorn. It's all about showing up, doing the work. Nose to the grindstone, looking at the coal face. Don't look up, don't look down. Whereas, you know, the earth sign of Capricorn, it's ruled by the planet Saturn, which is like the grumpy old man that makes us get on with things and makes us do the right thing. And then we boldly go into Aquarius season. We have Aquarius new moon on, I think it's on Friday, and it's also the Chinese New Year, so I've got an extra card for that. Excitement central. Now, I always consider the Chinese New Year, or La Gloria, to be the cosmic New Year, to be like my New Year. I don't tend to see the New Year, the traditional New Year, as being a time of starting again. I really feel like Capricorn season makes us feel a bit flat and low, and then when we get into Aquarius season, it's air sign, it's ruled by Uranus, it's like anything goes, flashes of inspiration, new ideas, uplifting energy. Speaking of uplifting energy, good morning Laurie Fantasia, hello Anita and Ava and Tracy Spencer and Natasha and Marianne and Shelley and Gloria and Hema, Joy Cook, Sonia, and McGarry. Oh, so many people have joined in since I started. Vicky Ray, I think that's it. Good morning. So yeah, so we can expect spontaneity, we can expect off the wall radical ideas, we can expect ourselves to be, you know, we've made plans in Capricorn season, then all of a sudden they just go bang and everything explodes into possibility. And it is literally Happy New Year to you, Aroha, because it's going to be the new moon on is it the 24th of January, 25th of January, depending on where you are in the world, and the Chinese New Year. Oh, so exciting. We're doing exciting stuff in my angelic circle. We're making fortune cookies with intentions, not real fortune cookies that you can eat. We're making beautiful paper ones. But anyhow, and Christine Goff, yes, you've got me live. Angela Davis is here, Sheila Hamilton's here, Katie Burkett's here, Lisa Gray's here, Aroha Pine, I think I said hello to you, gorgeous. Right, I'm going to get on with the messages then. Oh, after all that guest bagging. So this is the beginning of the week. So we class this as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday-ish. So the first couple of days of the week. And we're all into the self-love, the nurturing, the nourishing. So what are you doing to nourish yourself? I went and had my nails done. And I found an amazing lady called Catalina who does the nails, and she did an amazing job, and she made me feel all nice and pampered, because sometimes you go in these nail salons and they do just like in and out like a conveyor belt, and this lady was just so lovely. And so I'm going to go back there regularly and have my nails done there, because you don't want to see me with horrid nails, do you, when I'm there in front of the camera. So they're looking gorgeous. Thank you, Catalina. And so this is the relationship developing to a new level with yourself. I always see the Queen of Water as that kind of mothering instinct where you mother yourself. This is time to take care of you. And then there's lots of people circling around you who want to take care of you as well. And then there you are, almost like conducting this orchestra of people. So I feel when the Queen of Water comes up, there's almost like a motherly figure around you, somebody who's taking care of you, somebody who's being very caring and sweet and kind and loving. And if you don't have that, then, you know, this is about you doing that for yourself, because it's really important we treat ourselves as our own best friend. Really important to do that, because if we don't treat ourselves like our own best friend, then who will? That is what I say. Robin, you had a pedicure today. Now, pedicure, that's next on my list. I need to do that as well. So you've inspired me with that. That's my first bit of inspiration for Aquarius season. Out of the box thinking, I never go for pedicures. So I'm all over that one as well, Robin. Good morning, Colleen. A very good morning, like early morning for you, isn't it? So nourish yourself, take care of yourself. Are you writing those self-care lists? What's on them? And make sure that you do it. The other thing that I wanted to do is take myself off to the cinema. I fancy seeing that Bombshell movie. If anybody's seen it yet, let me know if it's any good. But I've been reading the reviews about it and it sounds brilliant. So I should be going to see Charlize and Margot and Nicole in that film. Okay, so this is the middle of the week. So this is sort of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday-ish, heading into the new moon. This isn't the new moon message yet, but it's on its way to the new moon. And here we have the Four of Earth. Now, can you see this lady is there behind this tree, and she's doing the side eyes, isn't she? She's like, what's coming? She's a bit suspicious. And she's got some money there, and she's keeping her eye on it. She's just like, I'm just making sure nobody steals my money. Now, this can be all about staying put, not spending, being a bit tight with money, having to rein the spending in a little bit. And this contradicts this one, because this is kind of saying, I want to nourish myself, I want to take care of myself, but then I maybe haven't got any money to do it, or I don't want to spend any money on myself because I maybe don't have enough, or I don't want to just lavish money on myself because that's a waste of money. And that's not true. Okay, so that little fairy is sort of trying to talk her around, and she's going, come on, you know, there's something you can do for yourself. And I remember being in a place where I had all this credit card debt, because I just had been trying to start my business up. I was selling products to Home Shopping TV, and I ended up getting into quite a lot of debt because I had to buy stock, and they insisted that I had a certain amount of stock, and it was everywhere. It was all over my house, piled up in boxes. And then I'd do a show, it wasn't very successful, and then they'd pull the shows, and I was left with all this stock. So I was really worrying and panicking about money at the time, and not treating myself, not doing nice things for myself. Everything I spent money on was for the business or my daughter in the house. So I wrote myself a little list of treats that I could give myself that were free or very inexpensive. So I love salty and sweet popcorn, and I love getting that when I go to the cinema. So instead of going to the cinema, I would get a DVD, or I would get my DVD collection out and I'd choose one. And I'd put a face mask on, a 99p face mask, and I'd have my sweet salty popcorn and watch this DVD and treat myself like I was going to the cinema, and do like a pampering session. I needed new nail files, so I'd go out and buy, in a very kind of elaborate way, going shopping for a nail file, you know, and they're not very expensive. So if you write down a list of the things that you want or you need, but inexpensively, you could buy yourself a very small crystal from a little crystal shop, and, you know, make a wish on that for the bigger things that you want. Just think about little things that you would really like, and treat yourself. Okay, maybe you need a new umbrella, or you need a new little shopping bag. You know, when you go to the store and you need to have a little bag that you keep in your handbag to take your groceries home in. If that one's all ratty and awful, go and buy yourself a nice one. It's the little things to nurture yourself that don't cost a lot of money, but don't be tight with yourself, because you probably spend more on other people, or going out and eating food that you'll never get back, you know. So it's important to do things to nourish, and to also, if you're worried about money, if you're worried about sort of holding on to money, sometimes hanging on to it desperately and being miserly with it does not encourage money to flow into your bank account. So sometimes you have to give to get back. Sometimes I've been walking in the street and I've only got £1 in my purse, and I give it to a homeless person, and I go, I know I'm going to get that back in some other way. So sometimes you've got to do it. You've got to give to charity in a way that is small enough for it to not impact you hugely and make you broke, but for it to make a difference to the world and to make a difference to you. So if you're holding on, you've got that energy of holding on, then other people are going to hold on to their money. It's a very strange kind of concept, but it's true. Okay, that's in my Wealth Magnet course, my Wealth Magnet program. That for free, give you that for free this morning. Okay, so that is the energy, push and pull, up to sort of Thursday, Friday, wanting to nurture yourself, feeling like you maybe can't or you shouldn't. Well, I say do it. I say do it, because it'll come back to you. And then this is the energy of the new moon. The new moon in Aquarius. Uranus is present, so all bets are off. Something wildly exciting could happen out of the blue, and you know, very much to do with your thinking. You get some kind of flash of inspiration. I'll do this, so welcome it all in. And there we have the air energy. I was hoping we'd get an air energy card, and we did, because the Aquarius sign is air energy, you know, because it's the water bearer. When I first started looking at astrology, getting into it, I always used to think Aquarius was a water sign, because of the water bearer and because the symbol is like the little waves of water. But it's an air sign, and it's a beautiful air sign because it's responsible for astrology. It rules astrology and the cosmos and those out there ideas, those inventions. David Bowie had very strong Aquarius energy, so it's people who think outside the box and they're different. We call them the weirdos, but weird in a good way. So it's your inner weirdo coming out, and all those rich ideas that want to surface, that want to be released, because the Ten of Air is about getting to the end of a cycle of stuckness. Finally the gates are open, and I feel like that with this new moon coming for the Chinese New Year. The end of a difficult situation, embrace the change, expect things to get better. Recovering from an addiction now. So air energy represents the mind, the thoughts, overthinking. So we can be in addictive cycles. You know, I always feel like when people join the gym at the beginning of the new year in January, there's all this gym stuff going on, isn't there? I feel like it's always better to join when the sun moves into Aquarius, simply because we feel lighter. We feel less like I should do it and more like I want to do it, like my mind's in the game, rather than it being like, oh, I've got to trudge to the gym and I don't want to be there. It's like your feet are lighter, your whole body's lighter, your mind's lighter, and I always feel more active in Aquarius season as well. So if you want to do more exercise, if you want to get outside more, if you want to do anything new, this is a really super duper good time to do it. And happy Chinese New Year to everyone as well. Okay, so beautiful messages as always. Thank you, angels, for those. And let us get on to the interactive reading. Good morning, Corey Corsino. I'm so glad your crystals arrived safely. And Christiane, you are a goddess. Thank you. Right, so we're going to have 3 messages this morning. We are going to, this is our card of the day deck that I'm using for this week. It's the Moonology Oracle cards. Beautiful moon there, Yasmin Bolland. Really lovely astrologer. She's got her own oracle deck here. We've got one of my little oracle cards, and then we've got a message from my little crescent moon tea light holder here as well. So get thinking about whether you'd like 1, 2 or 3, my loves. So I'm going to begin with number 1 with the Moonology Oracle cards. And we've got the Void of Course Moon. And it says, nothing will come of this situation. So this is like being stuck. You know when, have you heard about when the moon is void of course? When it's just going from one phase to another, and it's kind of void of course. It doesn't have any direction just yet. So it's about don't start anything until you get past this certain point in time. And so this, for you guys who've drawn number 1, this is telling you not to start anything. If you've been thinking of doing something radical, different, announcing anything, making any changes in your life, don't do it until after the new moon. So don't do it until Saturday, okay? Anything new you were thinking of doing, the moon is coming to its new phase. It's been in the full phase, and then it went into darkness basically, and then now it's going to become new again. It's going to be waxed into fullness again, and this is the prime time, especially with the Chinese New Year, that the gates are open, the red flag has gone, the green flag is you know, all the green lights are saying go, the barriers out of the way, and you can get going. Okay, but do it after the new moon, after Chinese New Year, because otherwise it might hinder your plans, and you might do something and then you think, oh well, nothing came of that, and that's because you jumped the gun a little bit, as the saying goes. So just wait until the new moon comes. If you're feeling itchy feet, if you want to do something radical, do it at the new moon, because that's going to be fabulous for you. And then if you chose number 2, a fiery climax approaches with the full moon in Aries card. So we've got this red moon, so Mars is the ruler of the star sign of Aries. And Aries is all about go, go, go. So you got, hang on, for you guys, it's all systems go. And I just saw that we've got 44 viewers at that point. That's the angel number of going, yes, thumbs up. So there is a climax coming for you, and you have to push on through. You have to be really sure of yourself. So the sign of Aries showing up here is the full moon. It's saying there's nothing left for you to ruminate over. It's all about putting yourself first and going for it. So what is it that you need to put yourself first around? What is it that you need to push through with? Aries does not take no for an answer. Mars is the planet of action. It's the planet of me first. It's I get what I want. It's going into things really confidently. It's that sense of initiation. Would you argue with this, Ram? I don't think you would, because it's like, okay, I'll just step out of your way. So I think that you guys, you have the polar opposite to number one, so you need to go for it this week. You need to just get on with things. Get in touch with your inner Aries, because we've all got aspects of the different star signs and planets and houses within our birth charts. So you'll have a smidgen of Aries. I've got a lot of Aries in me. So you'll be able to do something. You'll be able to move something forward this week, and you should have great confidence in yourself, just like Aries does. Aries is a great initiator. So if you chose number 3, we have the full moon in Libra for you, and look at that, the scales are perfectly level, and it's saying a win-win outcome is forecast. So this is for you if you are waiting on a judgment around something, if you're waiting for something to balance your finances, if you're waiting for something to get balanced in life, if you've fallen out with somebody and you're trying to resolve that situation, then a win-win forecast is outcome. Oh dear. Do you know, if I sound like Dr. Seuss this morning, don't I? A win-win outcome is forecast. So this is about balance and harmony, and the best thing about negotiation is not getting it all and having it all your own way. It's about seeing somebody else feel like they won too. You know, when both of you feel like you got something great out of the situation, it's wonderful, isn't it? Even though you may go, I feel like I got the better end of it, the bargain. I won really secretly, but the other side's happy. So I'm happy that they're happy, and then they're not going to come after you wanting more and wanting to follow through. So you've got to leave a little bit there. You've got to let them win in some way. It's like if you arm wrestle somebody and you're both really equal opponents, you both just get very tired and achy arms. And sometimes you have to go, okay, well, you win this one and I'll win the next one. And otherwise you get stalemate, and it's a horrible place to be. So there is this beautiful balance and harmony. Harmony is the greatest quality of the sign of Libra, wanting things to be balanced, wanting things to be harmonious. So if there's been anything that's less than harmonious going on in your life, if there's been ructions, if there's been a bit of storminess between friends or family members or loved ones, then a win-win outcome is forecast. And also if you're going through legal stuff, then it's win-win all around, baby. Everybody's happy, which is what you want. All right, Janet King, good afternoon. You missed the beginning and watched the replay. You might as well stay with us. Yes, and Angela, you're a Libra. So if you're a Libra, then that's even better, because it's very much your energy of you being able to get what you want, because Libras want the harmony and the balance. They don't want to just be, you know, like the Aries, I'm just going to plow through and knock everybody down like a load of Skittles. You want to make sure everybody's okay, because you don't want to just leave, you know, big wreckage in your wake. I know it's spot on for you, Colleen. It's great that you chose that one. All right, so here are here's the second message. You can stick with the number that you chose initially, or you can go with the second one. So these are my cards. I'll leave the link to pre-order. So if you would like to be one of the first 100 people to pre-order these, it's just £1, just £1 to pre-order, so I know how much, how many decks I need to get ordered initially. And it also means I can, you know, I'm pretty happy with the number of people who've pre-ordered. Thank you so much if you have. I love you. But you just need to put your pound down, and then you know, I'll invoice you for the rest. It's going to be about £20 the deck plus postage. Okay, and I ship all over the world. Number 1. So this is this village, and this is our comfort. This is our comfort zone. So, you know, the village is lovely, it's warm, it's friendly. Sometimes we have to look at the path leading out of the village, and we have to go on the road less travelled, because we will have to go walk about sooner or later. And you know, when we get into this Uranus charged energy of Aquarius season, it's asking us to change things up. It's asking us to reinvent things, or to invent something completely new. So it gives us fresh ideas. It gives us that sense of adventure, and you know, it's associated with the outer space of sci-fi. And where would we be if we didn't have our imagination? So even if you can't get out of the situation that you're in, you can release in your mind, because Aquarius is very mind orientated. So you do need a change. You need a change of scene. Maybe you need to get away temporarily. Maybe you need to take flight and try something completely new. Be a bit daring. But if you chose this one originally, just wait until after the new moon before you start stirring things up and changing your world radically. But staying in the village, staying in the comfort, everything's same old, same old. You're not going to see anything different. But if you go up here, you're going to see this. And what is beyond that? Who knows? You will never know unless you actually venture forth. Okay. So that is your message if you chose number 1. If you chose number 2, your message is, this is one of my favourite cards. This is the Frog Prince. So we all know the story of the Frog Prince. You know, this frog's going, "I'll give us a kiss, love," and he was a Cockney prince, Cockney frog, and this princess was like, this girl was like, no. But we have to look beyond the obvious. We have to be truthful with ourselves. If we keep telling ourselves, no, I can't do this, then, you know, you're never going to get the magic. Sometimes you have to see beyond. It's like the brilliant quote by Thomas Edison: "Opportunities come dressed in overalls looking like work." And we go, "Oh no, I don't want to do that because it looks like too much like hard work." But you have to trust your gut. You have to connect on a deeper level with yourself. And you know what? This is also very much connected to that give to receive, you know, the 4 of Earth, because you've got to give something to him. He just wanted a kiss. What's the harm in giving him a kiss, you know? And then he turned into a beautiful prince. And, you know, that you never know. In nurturing yourself, in giving, when you believe you can't give, just what will await you, what is going to come your way. When you do that, it's like the universe goes, you're freeing yourself from this bondage of feeling like you haven't got enough, and so I'll just keep you there. Whereas when you go beyond that, there's all kinds of wonderful opportunities. So look beyond the obvious, look beyond the initial, "Oh yeah, I've surveyed this and it's not good for me." I think that is very good for you. Okay, so that one, important message for you if you chose number 2. And then if you chose number 3, we have the Lion. So this is about courage. This is about, you know, look at him, he's looking into the distance. He's this is almost like a Native American Indian headdress, you know, what's the head of the tribe called? It's the Indian chief. It's like that, and he almost looks like he's wearing these earrings. I just love the way that turned out. And it's about making your life more vivid by being curious and creative and getting involved in things. It's also very much connecting with the energy of the sacral chakra, the orange, and it's saying, you know, you are powerful. And if you're not happy right now, then you'll never be happy. So you have to find your power and beauty in the moment. Get creative and curious about your life. Where can you change it up? Where can you make it more exciting? Where can you really connect with your inner lion power? Because you've got that, it's always there within you. Sometimes we don't see it, but this is a time for you to really connect with that, because you are so powerful. It's like the cowardly lion. He didn't know that he was so super confident all along. He just knew. So there you go, that is your message today. So we've got a final message out of here. Don't go away yet. Now, as I said previously, these are my cards. They're beautiful cards, and they're going to be available from March, but pre-order. So if you pre-order and you're one of the 100, there's only 20 slots left for you to get the little postcard size print for free as well. Plus, I get to take you along on my journey and let you know how things are going. So you get to see everything. You get to see all about the printing process and the design. You're going to get to choose what goes on the front of the box, all of that good stuff. So if you want to get involved in that, then pre-order. Okay, so you can stay with your original number, or you can choose a new one. This is number 1. This is your little message. I am not limited by any past thinking. I choose my thoughts with care. I am willing to change. Oh yes, there you go. So the past can hold us back sometimes, can't it? And if we still stay stuck, and we believe that there isn't a big enough world out there, we just carry on doing the same things all the time. So it's important for you to release that and to move forward. If you chose number 2, you have the power to choose. Choosing well may involve setbacks, but brings big gains. There you go. So sometimes it's like snakes and ladders in life, isn't it? Sometimes we feel we're going down a snake and we're wallowing in the pits of wherever we've ended up, but actually the magic and the treasure lies within that hollow place that you've ended up in that bunker that you landed in. It teaches you far more skills than being up there with the ladder, doesn't it? I have learned far more from the debt that I was in, from those shady places that I was in with my business. It's brought me here, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'd still go through it again, because it really taught me so much, and it's given me so many skills. So bless the gift of disappointment is what I say. And then number 3, your message is: to grow into a tree, an acorn must be fully brown. Give this more time, soon it will flourish. There you go. So everything is hinging on divine timing for you guys, and soon you will see your tree grow from this mighty acorn into something fabulous that you'll be able to take shade under and collect beautiful things from. So I hope you've enjoyed the messages today. Really powerful ones as usual. Thank you, Robin. Hello, Bianca. You've just hopped on at the end, but we can watch the replay. And I'll leave the link again for you all. Thank you so much for all of you who've already ordered my cards. I can't thank you enough if you're making this happen, and it really has been a dream. And I do not exaggerate when I say that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a fabulous week. Take care. Catch up with you again soon.